What's this?
Are you recording it?
Yeah, it's been recording.
Name a better guitar riff than that in wrestling.
There ain't.
There isn't.
Ooh, okay.
Setting a precedent there.
Strong.
Some things that might be spoken about today.
Why did you choose to play that one this week?
Oh, because it's going to be the fucking cover art. That's why. Because we haven't been doing a couple episodes, so we've got a fair bit to catch up on.
We do. We've got a couple of weeks to catch up.
It's not like we've just missed out on nothing. It wasn't just a weekend of fight nights. Do you know what I mean?
We missed a lot. We missed a lot has happened, to be fair, since we've been absent.
What episode is this?
I don't know. 23?
23. We'll say 23.
23.
I think it's 23.
The Jumpman.
I think it's 23.
Jordan.
Unfortunately, life got in the way for everyone, didn't it, really?
Last week.
The last couple of weeks.
A little bit. But the boys are back. The boys are back in town.
The boys are
back in town. Welcome back, boys. We ripped it at the same time. We literally sang that exactly the same time.
Boys back.
J-Dog was off last week. J-Dog, welcome back. Round of applause.
Yeah,
Thank you very
welcome
much.
back, man.
Thank you.
Welcome back to J-Dog. I was off the week before. Welcome back. JD, it's good to see you, man.
Good to see you too.
Good to see you back. It's been about a month since I've seen you.
Leave me hanging.
Oh, sorry.
Jesus.
My bad. Double
Oh
dap,
my
double
goodness.
dap here.
You got aids.
Oh my.
Nah,
goodness.
never
There's
that.
a lot going on,
I
man.
was just,
Friction.
you guys have had more time actually not seeing each other
I know.
because I've sort of
I know.
It's been a great
moved
time.
around. You're on holiday and then
It's been cleansing not seeing this absolute
It's been a
prick.
great time.
JD, go fuck yourself.
Oh,
what the fuck?
thank you very much.
Jesus.
That's the Cody line.
That is the code.
Oh, yeah.
The Rock.
I was tying it all in.
Is that,
Tying
where,
everything
is that where
in.
we're starting, are we?
You've got to give it a bit more energy than that.
JD, go fuck yourself.
Jesus Christ.
Is that better? Do
That was a lot better.
you want to have a go, J-Dog?
Nah, I'm all right.
That's fine, man.
I'm all right.
Man, it's all
I'm all right. Don't worry. It's all good.
It's all love.
Yeah, but we saw the old heel spin turn.
Do it with your heel.
I'm doing it with my heel.
Fuck
The old-
sake.
the old
Do you know
heel
what?
turn.
I thought we were going to get Homelander Cody. Let's just get it out of the way.
Well, we're
We've talked about
jumping.
fucking Homelander Cody so fucking much.
We have.
I thought we were going to get him. We didn't fucking get
It didn't
Homelander
happen.
Cody.
It didn't happen. But
It
we've
will.
got heel John Cena for his last run.
Right, tell me how you feel. Just tell me how you feel about that.
Tell me how you really
I
feel.
kind of said that it would happen, didn't I? So
What?
You
did.
did.
No. Hang on, wait a minute. No. I'm not having that.
yeah. We
No,
can
I'm
go
not
back to the
having
previous
that.
episode.
Adam always wants a bit of credit. That's
No,
why.
mate, I called the John Cena turn probably back in October.
It was being fluttered around anyway.
No, just give me
We'll
some
have
credit.
No, but the thing is, you've got
Give me some credit, man.
Nah, you've got to have a little bit of like. You got to put some story behind it. But you can't just be like, yeah, it's just kind of turn heel.
Mate, okay, well, hang on.
What was your breakdown
Right.
of the situation
Well,
beforehand?
Well, I don't want to repeat content, but my breakdown was that John Cena was going to come back, have this. I got it slightly wrong because I said he was going to have this comeback tour. He was going to get to Mania,
Yeah.
and then he was going to lose against Cody when he was trying to get his 17th world title shot,
Okay.
and then he would turn heel. Because people will get bored of him because they couldn't do a face John Cena for the entire year. They couldn't drag out his retirement for a year. They've got to mix it
It
up
would be a
bit.
bit bland, wouldn't it?
It would be
Just
bland.
the Same old thing. As
said that
Roman
time.
Reigns says, it's like missionary position every single night.
That was a mad promo from him. But I did say that. I said it in October that he was going to turn heel. I called it first. But I'll be honest with you, I didn't expect it to happen then. I didn't see it coming then. I thought it might happen, but I just didn't expect it to happen then.
Yeah, okay, fair
You know.
enough.
Well, obviously, if Cody said no, there would have been a backup anyway. There's always a plan, isn't there? So
There's a plan behind a plan behind a plan.
But-
'Cause you
can't
never
wait
know.
to hear his music when he comes out.
Well, that's the thing. They've kept him off TV, haven't they? He hasn't even been on TV since the Chamber, which is now 2 weeks ago.
He's been promoted that he's going to show up at the Raw Brussels, isn't he?
Next week he'll be back.
Yeah.
That's the speculation. What's he going to look like? How's he going to present himself? What do you think?
Bald, hopefully.
Bald Cena.
Bald Cena.
He can join the
Great.
Bald Brotherhood. He can join us.
Be great.
Join
Do you
us,
know what?
Baldies.
Yeah, I think that if he just went very, very simple, I think he should go back to the. I was saying earlier in the chat in the Mania chat before.
Yeah.
I think he should go back to old school crew cut if he doesn't go bald.
Yes.
Because he's still got a hairline. It's just a patch at the back.
Yeah.
So he can go full military cut like he did back in the day. And everyone was saying the rumor or the speculation is at the moment is he's going to go to Thugonomics. He's going to go back to Thugonomics. I think he should do something completely different.
Yeah,
But even
same.
if he done a blacked out version of his kit and he done the black jorts,
Yeah.
I think that would be fucking hard. He's got to get rid of them sketches though. They're
Mate,
fucking awful.
the thugonomic
Reebok pumps.
The thugonomic thing just ain't going to work these days.
Hopefully they're going to Hollywood the theme up a little bit.
Well, like Hollywood Hogan.
No, like The Rock. Like
Oh,
Hollywood Rock.
like The Rock.
You got Hollywood Cena.
But I'm struggling to see what they're gonna like. Well, not struggling, but like the whole like stable thing here. I've got like Travis Scott, The Rock, Cena. How are they gonna drag that out for?
Well, apparently Travis Scott's been training.
Yeah, he has.
Training to black
So-
people's eye and burst their eardrums.
Yeah, whatever. But like, there's been a lot of people like whining about that, isn't there? Like, oh, you hurt Cody. You hurt Cody.
No, but
Fucking go over it, man. The guy's a pro wrestler. Like, fucking hell.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You want to protect the whole thing's protect your stars, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit.
And going into Mania,
shit
for
happens,
something
man.
like that to happen.
Shit happens.
Shit does.
Shit does happen, but when
probably
shit
wasn't on
happens,
purpose.
when shit happens leading into Mania, you're affecting big bucks.
Yeah, or he's just garnered himself a hell of a lot of heat, and it was all intentional.
Cody will give him a receipt at some point.
Yeah. But still, like, I think Bubba Ray on his podcast the other day was like, oh, he deserves to
Break his jaw, smash his jaw.
break his
Slap
jaw,
him.
slap him
Yeah,
up.
slap
Yeah,
the
I
shit out of
don't know.
him.
So either they've done a great job and Travis has got a ton of heat and a ton of hatred, which is what they intended to do,
but
or it
he,
was an accident.
He responded to that and said
Yeah.
he'd slap the shit out of Bully.
Yeah.
I would never ever see that coming.
Absolute chaos.
Travis Scott looks like he's about fucking 150 pounds soaking wet.
He's released a t-shirt, hasn't he?
Who? Travis?
Travis, yeah,
Oh,
something
wrestling
like-
is
yeah.
wrestling is real.
Oh,
yeah,
listen-
yeah.
Oh, you're talking about that t-shirt?
That's like the official WWE one, isn't it?
That's the one that he's released on his store, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
that-
a wrestling is real one. It looks
It's got
fucking
him,
hard.
It's got him.
That t-shirt is fucking sick.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but it's even though it's got like a £50 fucking price tag.
Oh, it's a ridiculous price tag. But you can get loads like that now online. There's tons flying around. But I like they've used the old WWE logo as well, like callback, throwback to kind of like the Attitude Era kind of vibe.
The one that I shared in the chat I thought was pretty good as well. That it wasn't like an official store item, but like the one of them standing in the ring with his foot on.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw that. I was like, that's fucking sick.
That was hard. There's loads going around, man. But it's just random how they just planted like Travis into this, don't you think? He just kind of like he turned up at the Raw Netflix debut, and now he's just like he's just in it. He just appears to be part of this stable.
Don't
Brandon.
know.
He's training
But
training to wrestle, isn't he?
He's been kind of like he's been involved in a lot. So leading up to the thing with Netflix, they were obviously touting him to be involved quite a bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
They promoted his single 4x4 on the show, and that's been used in the background of all the things, all the
Is that the
all
one
the
where
promos.
Reigns was in the car and he was bumping it?
I think
Brand new
so.
Travis Scott. shit.
Yeah, that was a SmackDown a few weeks ago, wasn't it?
So yeah, he debuted
months
that,
ago.
and then obviously he came out with Jay,
Yes.
which is another thing that I mentioned as well.
Smoking a spliff.
You know, we're seeing
With his
another reference there.
his Sage.
yeah, saging it up.
Well, another thing as well, you get to see Travis Scott bring out the Hardcore Championship that Triple H gave him
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah,
Yes,
of course.
yeah.
Yeah, the metal. I don't know, man. Yeah. Mate, we'll
Interesting.
see. It's good to have him there, though. I suppose the whole dynamic's good. I do think they should add Logan Paul to all that, though.
His
Imagine that stable.
his body language is a bit kind of weird, kind of off though, don't you think?
Or Travis.
Scott, yeah.
Travis Scott.
I don't know whether or not he's high when he's out there or whatever, but
He
the way
probably
he's just
is, let's
moving
be honest.
around and kind of like he just doesn't look like very settled. He doesn't know like how
Out
to
of place.
stand, how to pause, how to
Yeah.
pose.
That will all come. Which when he was out there at Chamber, though, he had The Rock with him.
Yeah.
You don't need to do anything when The Rock's
his
there.
crutch,
You just need
yeah.
to just be next to him.
The thing the thing that was best though is actually his reaction when when Cody hit him with the "go fuck yourself." And he was just like, he was there, he was just on the ropes and he was like looking around. Like,
Wait, so was I. I was like, "Where? Wow, that's like, I've never seen that before. That was insane. The pop that got was mad."
That was a massive pop, yeah.
But John Cena, to be fair to Cena, right? Well, I tell you what. Well, look, do you looking forward to seeing a heel Cena?
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you think they did it at the right time?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I completely agree, man.
Absolutely.
I can't wait for Heel Cena, man.
So
I'm probably going to buy a John Cena t-shirt now.
I didn't
first time
actually. I didn't send it to you, but I'll see if I can pull it up. There was a clip that was going around that resurfaced just after this when John Cena was on Chris Van Vliet's show, and he was talking about he had the chance to go heel, and he actually started planning, thinking about what he was going to do.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see that?
No, but I heard some highlights of it. Wasn't he? Yeah. This was back when he had a feud. He was feuding with The Rock, wasn't he?
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
the Mania build, because that was it. 2012.
Around what close were you to turning heel?
Real close.
Around what time period?
Cena Rock won. I got word that they were going to do it. I went out and
this would be a good time for them too.
Yeah.
I went out and got all new gear. I wasn't prepared for ruthless aggression. That was the last time I wasn't prepared. And I mean, I heard rumblings of, we're going to do it. And in 48 hours, I had a new track, a new studio mix.
See, there you go.
Mix. I had
maybe that might be the same music he's going to use.
New singlets, low-cut singlets with boxing-type robes.
13 years old now, though, isn't it?
Boots in storage.
Different
so I
time.
dusted them off.
Boxing
I was
this looking like he's got
ready to go.
like a frog in his throat.
And already thinking about like
Speak up, Cena.
what I could do with the story. Okay, how is a heel? A heel is not just new gear. The objectivity or the message behind the singlet and the boxing robes and the boots is its exact opposite of what you saw with the street gear. The jean shorts, the t-shirt, the ball cap, the sneakers. No, go the opposite route. And now lean into the opposite of everything you stand for. So I would begin to not work as hard. I would show up less. I would be untrustworthy, unloyal. I would lack respect in what I did. Like, all you have to do is turn that on its... I would give up a lot. I would... All those things.
So, yeah, I won't play the whole thing, but I thought that was really good. Like, the fact that I saw that resurfacing, and I thought...
When was that interview?
Not too long ago.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
So maybe he's leaning into or giving us a bit of a hint as to what's to come then.
That was 2 months ago that clip was posted. Oh, actually, wait, sorry. The clip was a year ago. They posted that short 2 months ago. So obviously when we started talking about maybe he's going to go heel.
They would have planned him going heel a year ago, surely. They would have seen it coming.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Well, to be fair, maybe when he announced his farewell tour, that's when they now's the time.
Came back up.
Yeah.
Well, the interesting thing is that like we will never know.
No, we will never
know.
Yeah, exactly.
Could have been like last couple of weeks.
We'll never know.
Never know.
We spoke about this last week, didn't we? We were like, did you think they backwards book or whatever? They must have done. But look, Cena turning up bald with black jorts on, I'm down for that. And just absolutely ripping into the crowd. He's got so much to lean into, man.
The thing is, as well, I think that I'll be interested with the music, the look. I think it'll be interesting to see what his demeanor is like and kind of like the way that he kind of tells the like his whole character, because even just the way he kind of just changed his look when he was hugging, when he dapped Cody and he caught eyes with The Rock and he just has that
instant heel face.
Mate, his facial expression was mad.
Yeah.
I like the meme where it's like 20 minutes ago and it's him in the chamber and he's smiling, and then after that it's just like the deadpan.
Complete opposite, man.
So he done good even in that aspect.
Mate,
do you know what I mean?
They delivered it beautifully though, man. It was so well done.
Even his body language when he was kind of like pinning Cody down to get like his back slapped and stuff like that. It just seemed like he seemed to like turn it on quite well, even though he did very little.
People have declared it's been declared as the most shocking heel turn in WWE history.
Yep.
Do you think
racked up mills of views within like a day as well? Like mills.
Yeah, that's because of the time that we're in. But do you think it's the most shocking heel turn in history?
I would say so, given the fact that he's been a face for so long.
He won a Guinness record, didn't he?
Yeah. Guinness Book of World Records have acknowledged that.
I don't know if it's
face run
20 years.
Well, yeah, in terms of his longevity, I don't know if it's as big as Hogan's though. It's on par with Hulk Hogan's.
Okay, so I saved the meme here of some of the best ones.
Yeah.
So we've obviously got the NWO one.
Hogan's
That's probably the most famous one.
Yeah.
This is probably number 2.
Yeah.
We've got
Austin and Vince was shit.
Austin and Vince, which was
shit.
Which nobody liked.
Nobody wanted it.
Nobody liked.
Yeah.
How about
Seth against
the Shield?
It was good, but it wasn't like...
It was quite shocking.
It was shocking, but it wasn't like... Because the Seth Rollins, again, hadn't had longevity at that point.
Yeah, but I think they were starting off their careers. So it's just that they were in a different... Well, not starting off their careers because they'd been around for years at that point, but they were starting to become like the big boys. They were sort of going from that like high mid card to being like the proper main event.
Well, they were being pushed to the moon, really. The whole of the Shield were. But again, Rollins didn't have like a Stone Cold run or a Hogan run or a Cena run where he was like the face of the company. So it wasn't like, whoa, Rollins has turned heel.
That heel turn kind of sent him to being more of the company guy afterwards. So
stood him apart.
When he was there, and then obviously his change then into Seth freaking Rollins.
Yeah, man.
Reigns going heel. I remember that was quite a big thing because I took a break from watching it and you messaged me and I remember you were like, Reigns is back and he's heel and like it's fucking sick.
Yeah.
I remember that was like a big thing.
A big moment.
And I remember seeing it on social media. I wasn't watching every single week back then.
Yeah.
And it was something that was coming across my timeline quite a bit.
It was just that it was when Paul Heyman appeared with him, and I was like, "This is going to be fucking great, man." Because what I was worried they were going to do arrange is they weren't going to turn him heel, and it's just going to be like another John Cena 20
push
years.
him the wrong way.
Yeah.
He had a bit of a weird one, wasn't he? Because obviously they were pushing him as the face.
Yeah.
Nobody really liked that. Obviously with the whole disbanding of the Shield afterwards.
Yeah.
Then obviously he took his break. Because he had his battle with leukemia.
Yes.
He came back. He was still a face, but he wasn't the same kind of face. But people liked him. And then obviously later on, it
was just like a wreck everybody kind of thing.
Yeah, wreck everyone in league.
But when he puts Paul Heyman with him, then he's a heel, man.
Yeah,
that's it.
And then we got this.
And then we got Cena's. I think it's up there. I think it's top 2, man. I think it's on par with Hogan.
I think so as well.
Very close second.
It's on par. I don't know which one means more. Cena's probably has more of an impact these days because of all of the different streams of media you can get.
Yeah.
Social media, all that kind of stuff. With it being on Netflix, wrestling being as big as it is now. So that's probably and everybody knew about that. Again, in my office, people don't even watch wrestling. Everybody knew about Cena's heel turn. Like, everybody.
Yeah. And the thing is as well, I think even the speculation these days is different to how it was back when Hogan turned.
Yeah.
Like the dirt sheets and stuff like that were a different thing. And there wasn't so much, it wasn't like, everyone kind of there was an inkling that obviously that Cena was going to turn heel. It was between him and Cody, and that was the discussion that we had.
Yeah.
But it was just like, even though we still knew it was a possibility, it was still shocking.
Yeah, it was.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because Cena was not even going to be involved in the segment. That's why. It was just in the... it was all Cena is going to win the chamber. That's all everybody was thinking. If Cena's going to win the chamber, it'll be Cena versus Cody. We saw the main event coming. Just didn't expect the heel turn. But I can't wait to see what they've got in store for Cena, man. I'm looking forward to seeing him heel. I think it's just going to be it's going to shed new light on him. Oh, yeah, that was the Batista
that was
thing.
another good one. Batista, Evolution turning against Randy.
Yeah, that was it, man. There's been some great heel turns, mate. This is my favourite part of WWE when it's like this. When you get these moments that you just don't see coming. But yeah.
The old swerves.
I like that. Thumbs up.
The old
thumbs down.
The old Triple H thing. What do you guys think about Jade Cargill as well? She came back, didn't she?
She came back and attacked Naomi at the chamber.
She looked good.
That was a shocking moment.
That actually was a good moment. The thing is, it was just the night that it had to happen just made it like so overshadowed. It's almost like maybe they could have held it. Maybe they could have held it back for Raw.
It was her and Randy. Her and Randy got overshadowed
as well.
Yeah.
Randy's
that meme that you sent with Jey Uso at the bottom of the ocean.
No, that was me.
Oh, was it you?
I'm giving him the credit for that.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't mean as much now, innit?
It was the the one of
Joe's at the bottom of the pool.
You know, with the kid, it's like drowning like this.
Oh,
yeah. The guy's talking about the Cena heel turn, and then it's like Jade Cargill, and then it's like Jey Uso wins the Royal Rumble, bottom of the ocean.
That news is dead and buried. But yeah, man, mate, that's twice that's happened to Randy now. Do you remember when he came back for Survivor Series as well? Punk shouted him then.
Yeah,
poor Randy, man.
He did look good as well, though. I actually liked his return.
Well, Randy.
Yeah. It was just so much going on. I'd even kind of put the Jade Cargill thing above that, above his return, to be fair.
Yeah, because it was shocking that she attacked Naomi.
Yeah.
Two good pay-per-views, though, to kick off 2025 then, really. Rumble was great. Chamber's great. Mania next. Lots building up for that.
Very soon.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's coming up.
Well, did you see? Obviously, Raw has happened between then, and there's been some developments between this story more so because obviously Cena hasn't been on TV,
Yeah.
The Rock hasn't been on TV, like all this stuff. So
Yeah.
with
There hasn't been much that's happened at all.
with the Jade Cargill situation, right? Obviously, her attacking Naomi and the drift between Bianca and Naomi, right?
Yeah.
Did you notice that at the Elimination Chamber, when you see Jade Cargill's music hit, Bianca is getting ready for a fight. She's taking the fur off.
Yeah. I saw that.
She's taking the fur off, and this is
saw
before
that.
she gets in the ring to even attack Naomi.
Right.
So, are we still thinking that it's all going to be on Naomi, or
Yeah, I think it will
we're
be.
going to see that it's Bianca's going to be part of?
It'll be interesting to see, but I want to see Bianca turn on Jade as well.
Yeah.
There'll probably be some twists and turns on that. But the way it's looking, it's going to be triple threat now, isn't it? Because Io Sky won the women's title against Rhea the other day. So it'll probably be Rhea, Io, and Bianca, I think, is what they're leading us down towards at the moment, triple threat wise.
Maybe.
But then maybe Jade Cargill will get involved in that somehow. I don't know.
There was a lot of speculation with that title change, wasn't there? Because some people were saying they think that maybe there's an issue with Rhea Ripley. And maybe she might be injured, and that's part of the reason why she dropped.
Nah.
the title,
I haven't read too
something like
much
that.
into that, to be fair.
Nah, she turned up on Raw literally on Monday to insert herself back into it. So I think it's going to be Sky, Rhea, and Bianca's going to be like a triple threat
Okay.
That'd be a good
rematch.
match.
I don't know why they
Yeah.
flopped the title onto Io Sky though, unless maybe because Nakamura's had to drop his US belt to LA Knight because I think he's got some contract problems, is what I've been reading.
They think he's going to leave, don't they? Like,
Yeah.
he's going to
Slightly.
get dropped.
Yeah, so maybe they just needed to get the belt back onto like a Japanese star. I don't know. Perhaps. Maybe
Who knows, man?
Maybe
But
reading too much
maybe
into
something. Yeah, maybe something will come of it.
Yeah,
But
man.
we'll see.
it. But yeah, all good stuff. Did you see any? Have you caught up with it then, Jado? I don't suppose I really spoke to you that much. Have
Caught up
you-
with the old WWE.
of everything, yeah.
Yeah, of course I have.
You're on top of it, man.
Most part, yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I know you're a
Right on
busy
top
man.
of it. Right on top of
What
it.
about has anything else been happening with the women's title? I haven't seen anything other than obviously
We just spoke about it. No?
Elimination Chamber. No, the other women's title.
Oh, with Charlotte and Tiffany.
Yeah.
Not really.
Maybe we'll find out on Friday.
Yeah.
We got
Tiffany
a
and
while
Charlotte.
to build up. Well, we saw the Raw main event.
Oh yes.
The old Punk and Rollins.
Oh yes.
And then we saw the return.
Oh yes.
Roman is back.
The OTC.
Roman is back. Back with a vengeance. So it looks like we're getting the triple threat. We're getting.
We kind of
Yeah.
called that as well, didn't we?
Well, which other way would they go with it realistically? Where are
think-
you going to put those three?
Yeah, after the Rumble,
Yeah.
made sense.
Like Punk eliminated Reigns, didn't he? And then he's obviously taken time off. Like there was only I think now that's going to be like a bit of a Paul Heyman struggle.
Yep.
Who's Paul Heyman back in? What's this CM Punk favor? All that stuff. But where does Rollins fit into all that as well?
Well, he's been beefing with Roman and Punk.
Maybe
hasn't he?
Heyman is going to just fucking both off and just say, "I'm now a Seth Rollins guy." Seth Rollins is a Paul
Doubtful.
Heyman guy now.
It's a good shout. It's an
Yeah.
interesting
He'd
take.
be the only one.
I don't know, man. Yeah, but that's going to be great, though, man. Triple threat. I'm looking forward to that. So, yeah, mate, the card is shaping up. It's shaping up for Mania, man. Looking forward to seeing where it all leads us. But I think the big headlines coming out of the weekend, though, was... this past weekend was more on the UFC front, though, wasn't it?
That is true. That is true.
Do we go in UFC talk?
3-1-3, if you like. I'm ready to transition.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Well, yeah, we're just going to go straight
And
to
then-
the main
and-
event, or
Do whatever you feel is worth discussing. And at the end, I've got a bit of a debate that I want to. Well, it's not really a debate.
I'm
Like
going to
just,
throw something out there.
just I want to throw something out there. Yeah. I want to get your thoughts on it all.
Okay. Did you guys catch any of it?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
I saw the main card. I was mainly looking at the Gaethje fight and the Pereira fight.
there was
Those are the two I
quite a
paid
few
attention to.
fights because even what's his name, Bermondez, who tapped out Jalen Turner.
Right.
You saw that, right? That was he tapped him out in the first round and then he retired afterwards.
Yes.
Oh wow.
That was that was the first on the main card, wasn't it?
Second fight.
Second fight on the main card.
Second fight.
Was it? No, it was third. It was third according to this.
So yeah, the other ones, Yasmin and
Lucinda
Lucinda
and
and
Amanda Lemos.
yeah.
And then you had King Green versus Rufy,
Oh yes,
which was a fucking
that
banger.
fucking knockout. Wow.
Oh yeah, I remember that knockout.
You did see that, right?
The kick, the spinning kick.
The spinning kick.
Yeah.
But it's not
Daniel
even the fact
Cormier
that he
sounded
done
like-
the spinning kick.
Go on.
He done like a feint jab,
Yeah.
which opened him up.
Yeah.
And then used the jab to turn it into a spinning kick. The way that he did that,
Beautiful.
It was-
fucking epic.
It was perfect.
That was epic. And do you know what, right? I
You got
actually-
goosebumps.
No. Do you know what it is,
Got
right?
goosebumps.
I actually really like Rufy.
Well,
I
the
think he's
Tiger's
good.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about that.
The
Oh
poem.
man.
That was the week before.
Yeah, the just I sort of wasn't really sold. Well, I was sold on Rufy. Sorry, I want to say, but I think that his style could leave him very compromised. But against someone like Bobby Green or something like that, he looked fucking sick.
Yeah.
And he was fighting quite hands down. And Bobby Green was also fighting very hands down as well. They basically just came there to bang. But
Yeah.
the pinpoint precision on that's another win for the fighting nerds.
It was mad. Cormier sounded like he was just having some kind of crazy, like,
He was in shock.
mad fit by the side of the cage when that knockout happened
He
with
was
excitement.
He was in proper shock.
Yeah. Oh my god, it was bad. Did you see the clip of him afterwards when that happened of the commentary table? Joe Rogan normally he's like shocked, but Rogan literally he just looked like stunned. Like he couldn't believe what he'd seen.
Well, he'll appreciate a good kick, if anyone. Well, he's a kickboxer, isn't he? Or he's a Taekwondo guy.
Yeah,
Mad kicks.
that's his thing. Yeah,
Beautiful.
insane
knockout.
though.
But yeah, I actually saw some fighting nerds merch the other day, and I was thinking, I actually want it.
Oh mate, we should have all turned up with glasses, man.
Oh man, yeah,
The specs.
with
a
the
shout.
tape.
yeah.
Yeah.
The tape, yeah.
Yeah, we
Get the
can
old
get some.
chessboard out.
We can
First
get
time I've seen a lot of the fighting nerds on a card actually when I was watching it. They all started popping up.
Yeah.
After the fight happened, like all the glasses started coming up.
Yeah.
People just started putting them on.
Yeah, obviously you had Gene Silver, who was cage side because obviously he's got the fight lined up with Bryce Mitchell,
Yes.
and then who's the other one who had a fight not too long ago as well? I've forgotten his name now.
Yep.
But yeah, they're just on a tear, man.
Was it
I think
Moicano?
they're no, not Moicano. It's going to come to me in a sec. But yeah, they're on a tear. So I'm backing the fighting nerds to a fullest extent.
Good little crew, man.
Yeah, they're
So who's in it? So who's actually in the fighting nerds? List them. How many are there?
There's 4 of them.
Four
altogether.
dudes. I know
So-
we spoke about this last year, but I can never remember who's actually in there.
The other one is my guy. He was my second pick of
Stable.
fighter of the year. Carlos Prates.
Prates.
Yeah.
Carlos Prates.
What are you looking for there?
Baralo.
Fighting nerds.
Gene Silver.
That's it. Gene Silver.
He's on the so Rufy's now on the cusp of joining his teammates Baralo, Prates, and Silver in the rankings
Yeah.
with his third win in a row. That was probably his toughest test, though, wasn't it? Out of everybody that he's fought so far.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, there's more of them than I thought of. I guess it's a larger stable. I think it was kind of like the Black Zillions back in the day, I guess.
Man.
Bloody hell.
Yeah. It must be the
Long
gym
list.
that they're fighting out of.
Yeah.
But the main guys is obviously Gene Lord Silver, Kyle Barajo, Carlos Prates, and our guy Rufy.
Rufy. But yeah, that was mad.
Noise.
Definitely one of the maddest knockouts I've
Yeah.
seen, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
What did you? So I don't know if you guys were following the whole rising up, of obviously Jalen Turner as well. So the fight that we were saying a bit later on.
Yeah. You're going to need to educate me on this a little bit, I think.
So Jalen Turner was kind of like he was looked at like one of the new prospects.
Right.
Everyone said that he had really good potential. He had a fight not too long ago where he almost knocked out Moicano.
This is Turner. We're talking about.
Jalen Turner, yeah. He basically had he tried to have a walk off knockout.
Yeah.
He floored
He lost to Moicano at
he-
UFC 300.
he floored Moicano.
Yeah.
And basically he could have just finished him on the mat. but he just turned around and walked away.
I remember the fight.
And then the ref
Cocky.
basically was just like, no, fight's not over.
I remember
and then
the fight.
obviously Moicano subbed him.
Yes,
Um,
I remember the fight.
so everyone was like, that's his learning lesson right there.
Yes.
This is his first fight back after that.
And he's lost again.
First round. I don't know why he was there. He was on the ground with it's Ignacio, isn't it?
Yes, Ignacio Bahamondes.
He was on the ground with Ignacio, and when he was trying to attack him, he was throwing up his legs, and then he got him into a triangle, and I thought he's going to get armbarred any second now.
Yeah.
And the next thing, it was like he got wrapped up in a triangle,
And that was the end.
and it was tight. You could tell straight away that it was tight. And then he tapped, and nobody thought anything about it, but the gloves just came off.
When one guy's nicknamed the Tarantula,
Yes.
a submission is not a surprise. But yeah, Brazilian freestyle striker.
Oh, yeah.
I'm literally reading through it as you're speaking to me.
Okay,
Man.
right.
Yeah.
But he's what, 29 or 28 or something like that.
Who's that? Jalen
Turner. He's got so much potential, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if he would have beaten Moicano, he would have been in the middle of the rankings right now, and probably wouldn't have thought about this that much at all. Like, you would say everyone would be talking about him like he's the next thing.
He's
the
given
next
up.
thing.
Yeah.
He's given up.
I think he's just having a bit of like
A dip.
he did say he's having
dip.
a bit of a mental bout right now.
He's having a mental breakdown, bro. He's retiring.
Yeah, but I don't think he needs to retire. I don't think he should retire.
Maybe
I know
maybe
it's
he
hard
was
to
just
say.
maybe it's just in the moment.
Yeah, I know it's hard to say, and he put a post up saying that he's getting loads of well wishes and stuff.
Yeah. But when you have a loss like that you're not expected to, especially a loss like that when you're getting submitted by a guy like that, it's gonna just be a bit of a shot to the system, man. You're gonna just be like, fuck this, what am I training for?
When you
go
look-
through camps, you go through all that shit, and then when it comes to the end, you just ain't getting the result. You
But
just
he
think,
almost had a knockout of a mid top 15 guy.
yeah, lost 2 in a row though, man.
But that's the thing.
Got to win.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It depends on the fashion.
You like backing up the losers.
No. It depends on the fashion of how you lose. How you lose and how you win is different. That's kind of like, when we talked about the Paddy situation.
Yeah.
And then obviously a lot of people are kind of getting onto Paddy. I think Paddy's proved himself quite a lot since then.
Yeah.
But obviously when he had his fight against
King Green?
because he dealt with King Green pretty well. It was the one before where he had the split decision, and he was saying, "Dang,
What,
fight of
Tony?
the night." Nah. It was the one before Tony, and loads of people were basically saying to him like, because he was basically talking loads of shit at the time, and he was basically talking up himself in like in the media and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And then he basically shat on his opponent, but then he barely struggled to get through to beat him, and a lot of people said that he lost.
Yeah.
So that was Jared Gordon. That's
Jared
it.
Gordon.
Yeah. Pimley against Gordon.
Jared Gordon, and
But he still won.
But that's what I mean. He still won, but his stock was down.
Yeah.
even though he
So it's
won. But
stock
now,
against
since
wins.
then, his stock has
Yeah.
risen because he's fought in tougher guys. He's toned it down a little bit. He still had his bit of shit talking, but he's toned it down a little bit. And
Yeah.
I think that
But look, let's just be honest. Turner he got choked out, bro. He got submitted. He lost.
I don't know. I don't look at it. It's not as simple as that.
We should be looking at Bahamondes and going, mate,
Bahamondes,
play.
he looked
Yeah.
good.
fair play to this Brazilian Don.
He looked good, but
Yeah.
then at the same time, Jalen Turner put himself in a very stupid
Yeah,
position.
he's an idiot. He lost, man.
Put himself in a stupid position.
He
but
needs to do better.
I'm saying he nearly knocked out. Just before that, he nearly knocked out a top 15 guy.
But he didn't. He lost.
Yeah, but he basically won.
No, but he lost.
But it's not as simple as win or lose.
I don't know, man. I think it is. Win or lose, man.
Nah, that's
That's the loss
like,
that counts.
Win or lose.
Yeah.
You don't go to the World Cup final and like, lose the game and go.
Oh, but they won in spirit.
They won. Their stock is down.
They
But
won really.
they should have won.
But that's exactly what everybody was saying. Okay, wait. So hang on. If we could double
Jay,
back,
you know what I'm saying?
if we apply that to wrestling,
You know what I'm saying?
if we apply that to wrestling logic, explain to me about the thing with Cody.
yeah, but wrestling's booking, mate.
Oh
That's
yeah,
smart
let him
booking.
finish the story. Finish the story.
Fuck
blah,
the
blah,
story.
Blah. Fuck the story. So what? So he lost then, right?
Yeah, he lost.
No. But everyone was saying no, but he got
At
screwed and
39,
blah blah blah
at
and all this
39.
stuff, and he built up the whole thing for a fucking year.
Yeah, but he lost, and then he won again a year later.
No, but it's not.
Cody
it's-
could have
that's what
retired.
I'm
Compare Jalen Turner to Cody Rhodes.
I'm just saying, wins and losses, things aren't that polarized.
I know, but this was a clean loss. This was a clean loss.
Okay, so if wins, fuck all this then.
Right,
you know
go
what? Fuck all this long talk, right?
Right.
If wins and losses are
Let's get down
literally
to brass
black and
tacks.
white, what the fuck happened in Anchor Live and fucking Alex?
Oh.
Alex,
Who do you think won?
I think Anchor Live won. I think Anchor Live won the fight. I think it was the right decision.
Okay.
I think it was the right decision. I think
Okay.
maybe they could run it again. I also think that Anchor Live. There's controversy here because he was also fighting during Ramadan, right? So maybe if Anchor Live was fighting when it wasn't Ramadan,
I
he'd
heard-
actually perform better.
Yeah, I thought this as well, but
Right.
I heard that he actually wasn't fasting.
He wasn't fasting.
I heard
All
that
right.
he wasn't fasting.
He said
That's
he
what I
wasn't,
read
didn't he?
online.
He
Yeah.
said that he wasn't. Did he not say that he wasn't?
Yeah, there was talk about it, but I didn't find anything to verify that, so I don't know.
I thought Anchor Live looked good. I
think they both looked good.
thought he was pressured. I thought he didn't. Alex Pereira looked as pressured as I've ever seen him in a cage since I've seen him fight. He could, normally Pereira is a very dominating presence over his opponent. Controlling the pace, hovering over him around the cage, getting him to. But Anchor Live controlled that. In my opinion, he was applying big pressure on Pereira. He had him on the back foot a lot,
Yeah.
which was most of Pereira's issue.
Yes.
He couldn't get a shot in like edgeways, and Clive nearly banged him out. I think what was it, the third round?
they
He-
rocked him,
second
rocked
round.
him.
second round, second third, like that. He was in
Right
trouble.
ends, Yeah.
He was in big trouble. And I
I
think all this controversy about he just had him up against the cage wall, towards the end, and he was, come on, bro, like towards the back end of the fourth round he did, and for a lot of the fifth.
I mean, Pereira felt the pressure for sure.
Pereira won the fifth.
I feel-
100%.
was
Pereira
a
won
close
the
fight.
Pereira won the first, the fifth,
Yep.
and Anchor Live decisively won the second and the fourth.
Yes.
And the third was the one that hung in the balance. The thing that this is what I mean, right? Like,
So who do you think won? Who do you think won?
how do you decide that you're going to score a fight? This is the thing, right? Because
It's a
if
judge problem again.
If I punch you in the face,
Yes.
if I punch you in the face for a minute and a half
Mm-hmm.
or 2 minutes or whatever, but you pin me up against the wall for 3 minutes,
Yes.
what do you see as more dominant?
But we've spoken about this a lot though.
Plus, also the numbers, actually, the striking numbers. Alex was up
yes, well, yeah,
because
that's Alex.
Anchor Live was just holding him.
But Alex,
So if you looked at the numbers,
Pereira had a lot.
Pereira
of
was winning.
He was doing a lot of calf kicks, wasn't he? A lot of calf kicks.
yeah,
He was getting a lot of clean shots there. But that's Pereira's style as a kickboxer, right?
Well, it says here that Pereira had 97 total strikes and Clive had 127.
Really?
yeah. So he
Outstruck him. Clive outstruck him.
Anchor
He
Live
did.
outstruck
The whole
him.
fight.
So I sent someone a comment about this before. The way that I saw it was Pereira's style. Typically, he invests in the leg kicks, he goes in the leg kicks, and then he pressures. He actually doesn't throw a lot of punches, even in his fights before this one. He doesn't throw a lot of punches because he inches you, he
Yeah.
inches close.
Pressure,
And he
pressure, man.
Yeah, he gets the legs, and then when your legs are fucked and you're trying to move backwards,
Yeah.
he's going to capitalize and he's going to hit you with the 1-2. He's going to hit you with the big left hook.
Yes.
And then that's going to be it. It's going to be lights out. But he literally did not throw any punches because he was on the back foot the whole
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
So
talking about
Anchor-
Pereira, yeah? You're talking about Pereira.
Yeah, Pereira.
Yeah.
So Anchor Live done a good thing in terms of capitalizing on his style and gave him the pressure.
Yeah.
But
He didn't look anywhere near as menacing as what he's used to.
no.
Yeah.
Because of the pressure.
I think Alex invested in those leg kicks very heavily because he thought that he was going to get a bit of wrestling for Anchor Live, but Anchor Live doesn't actually wrestle that
No.
much.
He defended well.
Anchor Live
Defended
shot
very
for
well.
a couple takedowns. Alex defended
12 in total.
pretty much all of them. He even took him down at the end. He gave him a trip takedown at the end of the second or third
Yeah.
round, I think it was.
Yeah.
And
It didn't go to ground at all, did it? The whole fight.
no,
It didn't.
whole thing.
Yeah.
So he's got decent defense, but it was just This kind of was like a different variation of almost like Sean Strickland and DDP, where it's like the two styles just made it very like
Not enjoyable.
awkward.
Yeah.
So do you think that Pereira should have lost that fight? Or do you think he won the fight?
I think the fight, I don't, so I hate the word robbery, right? Because the thing is, in my head, you could have scored it for any one of those guys.
Yeah.
Depending on how you look at it.
Yeah.
I need to go back and I probably need to watch the third round again. But it was 100%. At the end of the fifth, they definitely solidified the fact that they had 2 rounds each.
Yes.
So depending on how you score the second round, this is what I'm saying. Actual strikes versus pinning and holding someone up against the cage. I don't know, if you're on the ground and you're pinning someone down but you're trying to work to a submission, I can see how that is more advantageous to scoring for that person. But holding is not enough for me.
Yes.
So I probably would have been leaning
It's
maybe
boring.
towards Alex.
Okay.
But we've discussed this so much about judges and how they score UFC and how it's wrong and how something needs to change. And, you know, I think the whole, it's like with like the boxing scoring system, so much more, how'd you put it? Not compliant, decisive. It's a much more decisive scoring system than what a UFC system is, because you've got to take into account all these different fights.
Yeah, you got to take account for a lot more.
So it's hard. Like what looks like it was an absolute battering, perhaps was not on a judge's scorecard.
On paper, yeah. Right, you're right.
Ankalaev did look good. I'm not saying that he didn't
looked
look good.
great, man.
I think he looked very good.
He looked very
He
good.
looked great. I think he deserved to win.
It was just an awkward style matchup.
I'm sad that he won.
Yeah, I am sad.
I think
that he
Dana's
won.
sad too.
Yeah.
Do you see Dana's face?
It's because well, when he put the belt on him.
No, wait. When he brought the card in and
Yeah.
Bruce Buffer showed him the cards.
Yeah. Oh,
He
no.
saw the close up, right?
Yeah, because he was like, Pereira's my star, man. He's my UFC powerhouse, my media powerhouse.
My boy.
And now it's all gone. They'll do a number 2, though, won't they? They'll probably do Ankalaev and Pereira too. Man.
They said that they've already started negotiating
yeah,
for it.
that's got to happen. That's got to
Yeah.
happen.
Dana wants to do it because the thing is he wants to get the chips back in the court. And the thing is, if Alex wins decisively, they'll be like, there's no need for a rematch.
Move on.
There's no need for a rubber
Pereira
match.
Jones.
Yeah.
Pereira Jones. Let's move on. Let's move on. Pereira was fuming though. Anyway,
Our guy Aspinall was
Aspinall!
He popped up. He was like, "Do you hear?" He was like, "You see, John, there's no other fight now."
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense now, really.
To be fair, there's been that's heating up a bit again, isn't it? I think Aspinall released something. He was saying everything's done from John's side now. It's just about choosing a venue
he?
and a date.
Did he?
I think it was very close.
Oh.
I think it was very, very close.
How new is that in terms
Like
of
I'm
news?
talking about within the last 48 hours.
Oh, okay.
I put the phone down to my contact. And, yeah. We're not far off, man. Search it now.
I'm gonna look this up right now.
Tom Aspinall, John Jones's side. I'm sure I saw it, man.
Tommy Aspinall.
John Jones, the Tom Aspinall. Things are done. I just see Googling that. Dana White drops bombshell update on John Jones versus Tom Aspinall. Bones appears to finally give green light for UFC heavyweight mega fight.
So go on, give me the quote.
So the quote is: UFC heavyweight champion John Jones is left his fight for champion. Blah blah blah. It's part of a generational fight. So I'm just scrolling down. White says Bones, but according to UFC President White, Bones has finally given the green light and stepping into the cage of Atherton's finest, with the next point of call being logistics. John Jones definitely wants to fight. Now we're working on when and where.
Oh, yeah.
It's happening.
Okay.
So that
That'll be the
means
biggest fight of the fucking decade.
that means they've written a check that is huge, stuck it in front of Jones,
And he's gone,
said,
right, then.
"This is your retirement
Let's
money.
sort this out. Yeah.
It's like
This is your fuck you money."
Fuck you, money.
Which is what he wanted. And that's going to be a mad fight.
yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
That's going to be a big one, man. That's going to unite the nation. You didn't talk about Gaethje.
We didn't.
Gaethje, yes.
Zayev.
Fucking Fiziev looked fucking good.
Yeah, he did.
Fiziev looked good for a guy who did not. I think that Fiziev actually didn't get enough credit because that was another one. It was round 1-1.
Yes.
And then it went into the third round, but Fiziev didn't have the gas tank. If Fiziev actually could have done more of those knees, he was giving them clinch knees and those body kicks that he was giving Justin. If he could have done more of that, and he had the gas tank to actually give Justin pressure in the third round, he could have won that. So
It's always good
again,
to see Gaethje
that's
fight.
another loss, but the stock rises. But Justin's in a weird place now.
Why?
He is, yeah.
because he beat a guy who hasn't fought in a while. He's still in the top of the rankings, but he hasn't got his shot against Islam yet.
Islam Makhachev. Do you think Makhachev against Tuporia is incoming?
They're saying it's gonna.
I don't think it'll be the next fight.
No?
No.
Mate, imagine what a pay-per-view. Tom Aspinall against John Jones and Makhachev against Tuporia on the same card. Let's do it,
That'd be
man.
money.
Madison Square Garden, fight week.
It'll be in Dubai.
Yeah, probably.
I can't remember what I saw on the timeline, but they were saying that it was going to be Jones and Aspinall.
Yeah.
And I think it was either Sarukian Oliveira or Tuporia Oliveira. as the
Great
co-main.
fights.
Fucking hell.
And I was like, that'll be a banger if that happens.
Dana White has now got in front of him some unbelievable options for the next 6 to 12 months, which is great. Like, when you actually look at who your champions are, the card, like the ranked fighters underneath them, like heavyweight's just heavyweight. That'll sort itself out. We know that's never been a stacked division, but you've got Jones and Aspinall waiting to happen.
Yeah.
But in every other division, probably apart from featherweight, like you've got some compelling fights.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Even though you hate to see sometimes some of the top dogs go down,
that's part of the game, isn't it?
it creates new matchups that makes things a bit more interesting.
That's it. And it's good to see Volkanovski getting his shot back at the title again. Now Toporia's vacated. That's coming up.
It was the only way it was going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Your boy.
O'Malley's probably going to have his rematch against Vashvili.
Yeah.
After they get out of the hot tub.
Obviously,
fucking hot tub is
obviously flyweight's just whatever.
Huh?
He took him back.
Jacuzzi.
What are you talking about with that?
It's an old picture.
Oh.
But that's Team Khabib, no?
Yeah. But wasn't there a picture of O'Malley and Debashvili in a hot tub recently? I'm pretty sure it was.
Maybe.
Well, you've been watching
Yes,
it.
there was. Yeah.
Jacuzzi.
Yeah, but I guess it creates a lot of fresh matchups. I saw this post earlier today. Light heavyweight champs 2011
Yeah.
2015, right? 2011 to 2020.
Matt,
Two
actually,
champs.
I saw this.
Fucking hell.
Yes.
And then 2020 to 2025. We've had a bit of pass the parcel. We had Jan Blachowicz, we've had Glover Teixeira, we've had Yuri, we've had Jamal Hill, we've had Alex, and now we've got Ankalaev.
It will flip-flop back again.
We have had 6 champs
Fucking hell.
in the 5 years.
You seen that on the pound for pound, though? Pereira's dropped down to 8th after that loss. He's dropped down by 5 places.
I think that's very strong, yeah.
That's mad.
That is very strong.
The pair up to Makachev's first, Jones second, Topuria third, Vashvili fourth, Duplessis fifth. Duplessis broken into the top 5. My fighter of the year is in the top 5 now.
Oh shit.
Duplessis is going to be number 1 by the
If
end
it
of
gets
the
to
year.
December and he's fighter of the year, fuck me.
He'll be fighter of the year, and
We're
Logan
about it for
Paul.
the next 5 years.
And Logan Paul will be undisputed champion in WWE.
Yeah, we have both the belts.
That's the landscape.
He's going to have both the belts.
The landscape of TKO, man.
He's going to have both the belts.
What do you think about TKO getting into boxing?
I'd like to see it happen.
What's happening?
I want to see it happen.
It's happening. There's a new division being formed. Did you see? You read about it? So Dana White, Nick Khan.
Mm-hmm.
They've linked up with Turkey to create a whole new boxing division.
And they're going to bring in some WWE wrestlers, and it's going to be brawl for all.
Mate, I don't think that's Dana White or Nick Khan's style, mate. I mean, this is going to be big for boxing. I think that Eddie Hearn should be shitting himself
I should
right now.
hope so, because it needs something refreshing for boxing.
Of course it
and
does.
it gives us something to talk about on the podcast.
So
as well.
the thing that I saw is like one of the is it the WBO or the WBC? They're trying to do some sort of weird thing to combat it. I don't know if it was real news or not. I saw that they want to do some sort of like boxing World Cup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
or something.
and they
But
want to get involved.
That's probably their way of being like, we need to do something to
Mate,
freshen shit up. If that is true.
the only obstacle I think I can see with them is obviously what they're going to pay the fighters, right? Because obviously the TKO model is you have all of your fighters and your boxers under our banner, we will pay them. And we will set our divisions up and create our own belts. But obviously boxers get paid, well, if you're on the top level, a fucking bomb. Hell of a lot more than what the UFC champs will. So like, how are they going to counter that? How are they going to attract the big boxers to come and be under their umbrella, whatever it's going to be for
Well, if I guess we had the answer, we'd be rich.
I think
Because
they're
I have
not.
no idea.
They're not going for. They're not going for
J-Dog.
top. They're not going for top dog guys. Is what
Are they
I'm
gonna build up
understanding.
some
They're going to go from.
Credible fighters.
They're going to go from mid to early starters, and what they're going to do is they're going to start banking on those guys to keep them in the organization, and then
they're going to build stars.
They're going to build the stars, so then they'll say, well, we have these guys. They done an event. I'm not sure if you noticed on the UFC. I think it was on the YouTube, and it was also on Instagram. But Dana White went to Double or Nine, and they were talking up this guy, King Callum Walsh.
Right.
He's obviously but he's a lot lower down. Like he's pretty new.
Yeah.
But the UFC have been so UFC have been like talking him up, and I think he was the headliner for a card in Dublin at the 3 Arena, and they were promoting that on the UFC platform before they made this announcement. So stuff like that, I think they're banking on these guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I've said as well, like you have other people who are in the mix, like I said before. You see Alicia Baumgardner on training at the UFC PI. Like nobody's actually noticed it. I was actually going to send in a question to the MMA Hour to see if they noticed any other fighters that have been showing up to UFC PI. But all of her videos, she's done 5 videos since December, and she's been in the UFC PI every single time, and I could see it straight away.
Right.
And she's like another person where she has a name. I think she's held belts. They were talking about her fighting other big stars, and obviously women's boxing, I think because they don't get the pay that they normally would, compared to like some of the guys, they're going to be some of the ones where maybe they'll be able to get some of the people who are a bit higher than on the men's level, and they can be like, okay, we've got some big names here that we can.
They could put the marketing machine behind them.
Yeah.
That's one thing that TKO are good at, is putting the machine behind somebody and building them and making them a star, I guess, at the other end of it, if they put some good wins together. But boxing definitely needs it, though.
Needs something new.
Can't wait for that. Fair play to TKO. Thank you.
Man.
Thank you, Dana. That power
no,
slap.
no announcement yet. Even though I think Turkey, because he's working with Turkey Al Sheikh, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
But
and he's got the big bucks.
He turned around and he was basically like, September. But Dana was like, yeah, we'll announce it when something's ready. And he was like, yes, September.
September, we're ready in September.
I love Turkey, man. He just makes shit happen. He just makes it happen.
Yeah.
He literally gives no fucks.
But the thing is, he seems quite like... He's very like in touch, in cahoots with the fighters. Like, the whole time when he was doing the bringing Francis into the boxing realm.
Yeah.
When he was getting involved with the Fury fight, like it actually seemed like he was kind of like pretty down to earth, like speaking with the fighters, like making things happen, being on a level with them, not just like you work for me and do this.
He's on a level with them because they're all probably sucking him off, man.
All right,
Jesus Christ.
Well, mate,
this isn't Vince McMahon here.
He's got the. No, mate. No, but that'd be for other reasons. The guy's got some serious moolah. So yeah, but no, mate. Turkey's. I like the idea of it. Of a new boxing league, something new, something fresh in that sport that's needed. In my opinion, it's been needed for years. But
yeah, I agree, man.
See where it goes.
Dana White's been talking about.
September.
He said he's going to basically use this kind of structure.
Yep.
For boxing.
That's all that needs to be done, mate. They've got the flywheel for it. You just put boxing into TKO's wheel. You're laughing, man.
Yeah.
You're laughing. Anything else on the UFC front this week?
No, I guess we've got a couple more fight nights leading up. We've got 314 coming up. 314 is... yes, London. London is going to be what? Next...
Not next week, but the week after, man.
22nd.
Why are we not going to that, man?
Bruv. Someone wants to give us free tickets, we'll go.
Yeah, let's go.
J-Dog needs to sort it out.
Yeah, because I've got all the connections for UFC.
You do have a lot of connections,
Too many.
man. Start getting your black book out. Just get down there, mate.
Get the black book out.
Is there no watch parties going on?
There is an official watch party, I think.
Okay.
Do you want me to have a quick look?
Have a gander. I think we should do something for it, man. It's down the road from us here, and we're not even going to attend it. We're not even going to it. That's so sad.
You've got other things that you're going to, like Mania.
Other than that, yeah, but that's, mate, I've got to go to America for that. This thing's on our doorstep. This thing is literally 45 minutes down the road. It's literally 45 minutes down the road. And we ain't that. I'm gutted about that. Where is it? Is that the gym?
Limited capacity. Secure your spot.
Gym 01.
Gym 1 fuel cap. No, that's
We're coming.
No.
We'll find one. Yeah, kind of big fight nights, man.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yes.
Viewing party. This is the official
Edwards
one.
against Brady.
The old jury.
The old jury. Oh, okay, yeah, I've seen this pop up before. They've had events here before. I don't think I've been though. Goldwood.
Well, let's hope that UFC is not going to
Jury.
Netflix
Fort Pub.
anytime soon. So listen, what I wanted to do, I wanted to ask you guys
That's
what
it. Go
on just a general question and then open up some points on it, right?
Yes.
So which promotion, WWE or UFC, is currently delivering the most compelling content right now? And for reasons why? I think it's a really good point. I think it's a really good thing to cover.
Sorry, say that question for me one more time.
So which promotion do you think is currently delivering the most compelling content, WWE or UFC? Not biased in any way, shape or form, because we love them both. But what do you think?
It's an interesting question because I feel like...
And this could cover so much.
It does cover so much because it's such a complex question. Like, who's delivering content? I mean, one of them is purposed to be entertaining.
Yeah.
The other one can be very, very entertaining or not so entertaining, depending on the fighters and what's going on in the fight.
Yeah.
So, in terms of what's bringing the most compelling story,
Yes.
in terms of what though? Like, what story behind the fighters, story behind the matches?
Could be anything. Just why you think that one might be more compelling than the other right now. This could change in 6 months.
I think right now I would be leaning into WWE court.
In the WWE direction.
Yeah. Right now, I think that it maybe if you would have said to me, if you would have asked me this question maybe a year ago, I would probably be more UFC. I think the UFC is having a bit of a problem now. I think that these guys, the titles change in hands. Obviously, there's a structure in how things change hands in WWE and how you build stories and how exactly like what you're getting at.
Yeah.
How you're making these people and these storylines and
So you're talking storytelling and
all
like
this sort of stuff.
Character development.
But there are characters within the UFC who are obviously like the top guys, and I think that with so many titles changing hands and those guys who have recently claimed the title, they don't have the biggest personas right now. They're very, very good technically, but they don't have these larger than life personas or these star power.
So you're saying
that some of the previous champions had.
So you're saying like their WWE's ability to like create and develop these characters or these pro wrestlers over time, and I suppose that creates then this emotional connection with fans, right? Yeah, with like their personas and backstories, which with UFC fighters you struggle to do. I've always said that. I struggle to get behind fighters sometimes because I don't know enough about them.
Yeah,
well,
but
it depends on the fighter.
Yeah, it depends on the fighter, and it kind of goes hand in hand with being a mixed martial artist in the UFC. They're fighters. It's real life fighting.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't want to say it's not WWE.
No,
they're two completely different things.
Yeah.
And obviously, if you're around, say for Izzy, for example, Izzy's one of my favorite fighters.
Yeah.
Right. When he was when he won the belt and he was defending the belt and he was just calling out whoever, whenever.
Yeah.
He was great, but every dog has its day in UFC, man. You get older.
But that was a story in
new
itself.
Blood comes through. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But that's like the thing about the UFC that I really enjoy, like the realism and authenticity of it. So like the appeal of like a real unscripted fight and like how unpredictable it's going to be.
Yeah.
Like that's something that I much prefer about UFC as opposed to WWE. Like you don't know what's going to happen when these guys get in the cage. Do you know what I mean? Whereas when you're watching a WWE fight, it's predetermined. You can kind of almost maybe sometimes guess what's going to happen.
Yeah.
UFC, you don't know. And obviously the physical toughness that it takes for these UFC fighters to actually get in the cage and beat the shit out of each other. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that is a lot more, in my opinion, entertaining to watch than a 20-minute wrestling match until you get to the finish.
Yeah.
So like swings and roundabouts.
So just while we're on that question, right?
Go on.
Let's just say 2 picks each.
Yes.
Right? But we'll have to do it differently in terms of WWE because, like we say, those stars have been built over years.
Yeah.
The top guys who are obviously the most appealing stories that we're talking about right now.
5 years of blood.
Who would you say is the person with the star power in WWE who maybe isn't at that like legend status, who are like the guys who are filling the top spots in the main stories right now?
Yeah.
And who do you think is the UFC's next star personality?
What kind of rising out of the ashes?
Yeah, just like in terms of either someone who is like maybe just captured the title and they're budding, or somebody who's rising up in the ranks, who is getting a lot of attention, who you can see like people will gravitate to.
Right now in WWE, I'd say Braun Breaker. Oop.
Good choice. Okay, yeah.
Very good choice.
Braun Breaker is going to be the one who's going to rise. And UFC, I mean, Paddy Pimblett is looking like he's going to be the dude, right? If he keeps going the way he's going, if he wins this fight he's got coming up, is it 314? He's got
Michael Chandler.
Yeah. If he beats Chandler, that's going to propel him. So yeah, I would say Paddy Pimblett in UFC, Braun Breaker in WWE. Those are the next two.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of took both them straight from me.
Copy me,
I
Jada.
would say for legacy in UFC, I wouldn't say he's an up and comer, but Topuria definitely going to cement himself as one of the best fighters of all time. That's my prediction. That's not a prediction, that's a spoiler.
Topuria. What do you think, AJ?
WWE. It's a weird one. Someone who's not quite there. Maybe Austin Theory.
They've been trying to build him for ages.
Yeah, but he's got the look, and I think he's got it. I think he's just needs
I actually like him now.
I like Austin Theory.
When we saw him at it's 38, right?
38, and he was Vince's dude.
Yeah. I was sort of just a bit like, it's funny, but I'm not quite there with it. But like seeing more of his personality, like even just like on clips online and stuff like that, his interviews.
He's funny, man.
He seems like a funny kind of cool guy. I actually quite like him.
I think he'll rise from the ashes. Him and Grayson Waller will have something down the line, man. Like they'll split him from Grayson, and then
they've got the longest. Are they going to split? Are they not going to split? Story going on. It's almost been like 9 months or something like that. Almost
jacked as well. Absolutely jacked.
His tricep is crazy. His triceps are absolutely mad.
He's got like a John Cena build from like back in the day, innit? Looks
a ruthless aggression build.
A ruthless aggression Cena, yeah. A big boy Cena.
Who are your picks, AJ?
So I'm having a quick look through the list right now. The one who is on the front of my mind is obviously Topuria in terms of UFC. But I think that he's not all the way there yet. His chat isn't so polished. He has the look. He's young. He has a lot of skill. He has a lot of power.
Yeah.
He's a good looking guy.
Yes.
He's got a good looking girl. He's kind of got like the whole package pretty much. So he's the guy who stands out in my mind. But I wanted to choose someone hopefully a bit more kind of maybe a little bit lower than Topuria, but I suppose he's had such a quick rise. So I don't know. Other than that, you know, we've seen quite a lot of other guys who are there. They sort of get to the point and fizzle out. I think that people who could have been stars in the UFC have actually been put away by a lot of veterans recently.
Well, come on, AJ, you got to choose one. Me and JD just blasted them out.
Well, that's the thing. Topuria was going to be my choice.
Not anymore, bitch.
Topuria was going to be my choice.
You can choose the same one, boys. You don't have to choose.
I didn't know that was criteria.
Wasn't in the terms and
I
conditions.
picked a very good two.
You can choose Topuria as well. You could be the same, AJ. It's all right, man.
Yeah, I'll stick with Topuria.
I'll
stick with Topuria.
WWE.
Because the other one would be
Copy and J-Dog.
The other one that sticks in my mind, who's a big name. Other than that, is Khamzat Chimaev. Khamzat Chimaev, but he's just not active enough.
So this is
simple as that.
This is one thing that UFC are really good. So this is, again, I suppose this is an argument for UFC about who does better compelling content. UFC are much better than WWE at in terms of their depth of talent like with fighters with diverse backgrounds and disciplines. They are much better at showcasing talent that are not American, that have come in from a different background and making them stars.
Of course.
Like you would not have an Alex Pereira in WWE main event in Mania. You wouldn't.
I think it's you are right to a degree. I think there's different markets because obviously we're watching an American product. There's a lot of Mexican wrestlers. There's a lot of there's a lot of Mexican wrestlers, and then it's just Americans, really, isn't
it?
You have a few people from Japan,
yeah.
But even like a lot of the people from Japan, they haven't actually kind of hit the way that they were supposed to.
Look at the champions that we've got in UFC right now: Islam Makhachev, Bilal Muhammad,
Duplessis from South Africa,
Ankalaev,
Spain,
Pantoja, Bashvili. Yeah, so they would not be champions in WWE.
Brazil, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I think that's one thing the UFC are so much better.
Different craft, and that's what makes it compelling. I would say,
absolutely, man.
They've got fighters from all over the world.
Definitely, and then you add the significance of the rankings. You know, it makes every single fight mean something. UFC are much better at that. But who's your WWE man? Sorry, you didn't even get to that. Who's going to rise from the ashes?
My WWE man. This is a bit harder because I'm a bit more casual. I'm a lot more casual on WWE, to be honest.
What do you mean by that?
Like just in terms of like, I'm also paying attention to the top heavy part of the card.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't. You know, obviously, I actually do like watching clips of NXT now. To be fair,
NXT's popping.
Seeing a lot of guys.
Wasn't Taker in NXT the other day? It was, wasn't it? Because didn't they have who was it? What was it?
Moose and Obafemi, and they had
yeah.
What was the pay per view? Was it Roadblock?
Revolution, wasn't it?
Well, it might have been Roadblock. Anyway, go on. Drum roll, please. Are you passing?
Yeah, I'm gonna pass.
You're gonna pass?
I'm gonna pass.
Jesus.
I don't actually fucking know.
AJ raised the question. He didn't even have an answer for it.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to go deep into the archives. Sorry, guys.
We picked a very good two, to be fair.
Yeah, we did. We made his job difficult.
In terms of prospects to push.
Breaker's definitely one of them. 100%.
One thing the WWE does better from entertainment value is different match types. Do you know what I mean? You ain't going to get a Royal Rumble in the UFC.
Imagine.
That would be mad.
Fucking hell.
30 heavyweights in the ring, in the cage.
John Jones is coming out.
You've got to throw him over the cage.
John Jones is coming out of that room.
The thing that I've always said anyway, from the time of actually going...
War Games.
After going
cages.
to...
Sorry, go on. I was getting excited.
My first fight night.
Yeah.
The thing what the UFC needs to do is they need to take the production level... I actually like the production level on TV of UFC.
Yeah.
But as far as the fan experience when you're there live, WWE all day.
Of course.
The theatrics, all of that.
The Titantron, the pyros, the walkouts, even just in terms of like how they show the promos like leading up and stuff like that. Like TV production wise for a sport, UFC is actually one of the better ones. Better than because they do everything that they do in house, unlike some of the other sports.
Yes,
but
mate, the atmosphere of UFC is electric, man.
But the actual in show needs a little bit of work.
But maybe when we went to 304 in Manchester, like that was an unbelievable atmosphere. Like when Paddy was coming out, his entrance. Obviously, I think
Aspinall.
It was the Aspinall. It was a little bit when he won in like 30 seconds. Like it was a little bit let down by the main event because obviously that was just crap main event, wasn't it?
People were walking out.
People walking out. It was 5 a.m. But the whole atmosphere and the build around it was incredible. I think they do a good job of that. It's intense with high energy moments. But yeah, I think WWE's production altogether, you're probably right. They probably do it with pyro, entrance themes, all that kind of stuff. It's a bit more of a show, isn't it?
They had I think Pride back in the day used to be a bit more WWE-esque in terms of their walkouts and stuff like that.
Yes.
Even one championship, they have like a little walkout ramp.
Yeah.
They have like the screen showing up and then like people coming down the ramp and stuff like that. It almost feels very WWE like.
Yeah. What about how easy they make each product to access for viewers?
So
how easy is it to watch UFC? How easy is it to watch WWE? I
guess this is the discussion off the back of the boxing take.
Yes.
They're saying that there's going to be discussions when the ESPN contract ends
Right.
for UFC.
Yeah, needs to be.
Obviously, WWE has now set the pace with Netflix.
Yeah.
They're tapping into a massive audience. The UFC can do the same. They're under the same company now. You have you've established a relationship. So I'm not saying that necessarily they're going to be on Netflix.
Yeah.
But there's more of a chance of it happening now.
Than
But
it was before. Absolutely.
even still, I think that one championship had a bit more like things were like regional, but they used to show on Prime. Even Prime Video would be quite good.
So what's fight? So UFC Fight Pass for UFC is like their version of the network, right? Well, what was the network? The WWE network.
Yes, but what they could do is they made deals with all of the regional promotions so that they could show that as content on Fight Pass.
So if I go onto Fight Pass, UFC Fight Pass now, I would have access to the library of every historical UFC pay-per-view, every fight night there's ever been, documentaries, fighter profiles, everything. Is that what Fight Pass is?
Pretty much, yeah.
Right, okay, fine. So that's their version of it. So WWE Network is now done with that. They're now on
Netflix.
And they've always made... But we can't even... Can we get Fight Pass in this country?
Yeah, Fight Pass is available here.
We can get it. All right. But you can't watch UFC numbered pay-per-views on Fight Pass, can you?
You can
I don't
watch
think
the
you can.
early prelims.
What's the early prelims?
Don't
But you
quote
can't,
me on
no.
that. I think
I
you
don't think you can.
You still have to pay for your pay-per-view and watch it on
Yeah.
BT Sports, TNT Sports.
I don't think
wherever
you
we
do.
have.
I don't think you do.
For some of them, you do, yeah.
Maybe for the ones that I will be pay per view in terms of like that, but they only ever do that for like
Big
Khabib,
John Jones Aspinall.
Jones,
Yeah, bring that. Yeah.
and McGregor. Yeah,
Oh,
those are pretty much those are the only ones, and most of the ones for like Islam. I think one of the Islam fights was pay per view, but all the ones since then have been regular, like they're showing on like TNT.
The normal ones, but they do make. I think, but out of both, UFC does make it a bit more difficult for us to watch. I think.
Yeah.
It's not as available mainstream as WWE is. I don't think it ever has been. Even if you have a WWE, even if you had a WWE Network subscription, that included every single pay-per-view, included everything.
Well, WWE is even better in the touring aspect. So you get to cover different time zones. And,
Yeah.
And they don't do the thing of fucking around with the time like how UFC does.
But UFC, though, from a live point of view, is better at actually getting to other countries, though. WWE have only just started to jump on that flywheel in the past couple of years.
Oh, you
Yeah,
mean in terms of like
yeah.
the big events?
Yeah, man. So like WWE used to only hold pay-per-views in America. UFC have been going all over the world for years now. They've been going to Spain, Australia, UK. They tour it with their numbered pay-per-views.
They haven't done Spain yet.
Have they not?
They haven't done Spain yet. But
No.
the thing is,
Australia,
They've
probably
done.
not.
They mainly do fight nights, but now they've started doing. You know, they've done the numbered card in London and
Yeah.
a few others and stuff like that.
That's probably since the merger.
But yeah,
So there's loads of arguments to kind of, I suppose, decide which one is the better. I mean, there's no really better, is there? They both have arguments for both.
They're
What's
all
more compelling
they're very
for their own
they're
reasons.
too different to pick a favourite or to pick what one's doing better at the others. Because if we were talking about two MMA promotions
Yeah.
and comparing them, that would be easier. Same as comparing WWE to another promotion.
Another pro wrestling company.
It'd make that question a lot easier. But because they're too different in terms of then both of the answers to the questions they've all got points behind them. Valid
Absolutely,
points.
man.
yeah.
Same principles. They're selling tickets to watch a pro wrestling fight or a cage fight, but they both delivered better in different ways.
Did you see the thing about TKO Weekend Takeover?
Yeah, I saw that. Where was that?
So wait, hang on. They've done a new one now. that
Right.
They were talking about one that came up recently.
Right.
But you know the one that's actually supposed to happen. You know what the other entity that they own?
Power slap.
Bull riding.
Bull riding.
What?
What the fuck?
They own
bull riding.
professional bull riding,
TKO owns
and
that.
TKO are going to have a weekend where they have a WWE event, a UFC event, and then I think 2 days later they have a bull riding.
Bull
Oh
riding.
my god!
Google it.
What is this in London?
TKO
No, I can't-
weekend bull riding. TKO
That's
weekend
mental.
bull riding. TKO takeover. Professional bull riders. Secure your spot with an exclusive 3-event ticket package and witness the best bull riding, mixed martial arts,
PBR.
and Monday Night Raw. It's so funny that they're literally putting Monday Night
fucking
Raw
jokes.
and Fight Night next to PBR bull riding. And they're advertising it as a package. What are they thinking here, man? Do you think the same people that go to bull riding are going to attend UFC or WWE.
Topuria fans, mate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
if they done it in Spain, if they didn't,
Brace
that's a good
yourself
shout.
for non-stop
Where-
adrenaline.
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
It's not quite
Great place for
Spain.
bull riding.
Yeah.
And El Matador.
Teams Missouri versus the world showcase the toughest sport on dirt.
That's a bit more kind of like,
It's a bit deadly, isn't it? Or at risk of death.
yeah.
Have you ever seen these guys though?
a lot better.
These bull riding events.
No.
I've
seen it on
clips, I've seen
Jackass.
clips of it. Yeah.
But that's about it.
Oh, you see Knoxville there.
Yeah.
There was an old lady who used to do it back in the day, and she broke her neck, didn't she?
I'm not surprised.
No, she broke her neck, but she like stayed on. She was her neck were basically like, yeah. I
JD,
remember
maybe
this.
you should try something.
It was
No,
either her
thank you.
neck. It was either her neck or her back.
That's
I
a
can't
bit
remember.
fucked up, man.
JD, if
I
you
do not
do
wanna
bull
see that
riding,
at
honestly,
all.
mate, I would pay you big money to let us come and record you doing some bull
I'm
riding.
good, thanks.
Come on, man, give it a go.
That clip of I'm just
You go
thinking of-
Why don't
viral.
you do it? Why don't you do it?
Nah, mate, I'm too
Ah,
precious.
there we go
man.
then.
I'm too precious.
There we go. There we fucking go.
That clip of Johnny.
I'm worth more than you.
That's
Oh, there we go. Wow. The penny fucking drops, doesn't it?
Jesus Christ.
Go on, carry on.
That was brutal.
It's true though. That's sorry. No, go on.
Fucking hell. He's turning into
Jesus
He's
Christ.
turning into full Vino Mac right here.
JD is not biting.
Next thing he's going to turn around and he's going to be like, you can kiss my ass.
James Dean, go fuck yourself.
Awful.
He's not
Awful
biting
guy.
today though, man.
Yeah, man.
I've gone fishing with JD so much today, and he's just not biting at all.
Look, the time will come where
What do I need to do, AJ?
I've got no
the
idea.
time
I'm
will
not
come where I
involved.
might bite, but you know,
Well, I want to. Let's get into a cage fight right here.
let's do it.
No,
Wait,
no,
oh, hang on. We still haven't talked about the about whether or not if we're gonna. Are you not informed for us to go for a lesson yet at Square One?
You just say
Square
when.
one.
Okay, we're gonna
Whenever you're ready.
Stop
I say less. As long as I get the first promo against J Dog when we go to promo class.
I don't,
That's fine.
mate. I don't see anybody
fine.
ever cutting promos in there.
They do promo class, man.
I never ever see guys cutting promos there. I see guys practicing slams,
because it's-
practicing top rope stuff.
Mate, I don't think they'll do promo class in the middle of the ring, in the middle of the gym.
Oh, that's a shame.
That'll be upstairs, man.
That's a shame.
Why?
It's a dead shame.
Mate, I'm not being funny, mate. If I,
I
was
wanted
in-
everyone to listen.
If I was in there squatting and deadlifting, I don't want to hear people doing promos, man. I just go do that shit
They'll
elsewhere.
be watching when I'm talking anyway. No, I'm joking.
Nah, mate. But mate, I think there's there's an independent show there this weekend, isn't
On
there?
Saturday night, isn't
On
it?
Saturday night, we're talking
You
about
saying?
attending. Maybe we'll figure it out,
We'll figure it out. We'll sort that out.
Yeah, and I'll be chasing you guys.
mate. I might just do a little interference during a match.
Yeah, and just get
I'd
beaten up. And
yeah,
carried
I'd
out,
like to see him get fucking thrown over the top rope.
That'd be fucking jokes.
I'll come in with a steel chair.
Sell it.
Mate, I would
Like
sell
a
it.
spear from Bron Breakker.
It's actually listed as a over 18s, no kids event.
Oh, that's
Oh
brilliant.
shit!
We'll see some people go
Let's
through
see some
tables.
death matches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm wondering what they're going to have lined up.
If I don't see
if
tables,
we do go,
If I don't see tables, I want a refund.
we haven't
start
even
a
locked
chant.
down
We'll
to
start
the
a
fact
chant.
that we're going to go.
Well, mate, might as well just go, man. Like, you don't have to take tickets. You just turn up and pay on the door, don't you? It's one of them. It's going to be to make. We'll
We'll
walk in
sort it
there.
out. We'll sort it out.
There'll be about 10 people sat in there in front of this ring, and there'll be a bar for us to get a drink at.
Jesus, it's just slander the guys on camera, man.
That's not starting to go.
It's going to be a good night. We're going to go.
It's the
It'll be
truth, man. Mate, pro wrestling events don't draw big numbers, man. Like local ones, do they?
I
we'll
don't know.
see when we get there.
I don't know.
You never know.
The thing is,
I'm building them up to succeed. I'm building them up to
they
succeed.
have enough guys showing up there to do classes.
That's true. Yeah. All 8 of them. I've seen them.
We'll go along and see.
They
what
even
it's
have
saying.
kids going there on the weekend. Have you seen even the kids start wrestling?
Yeah, they got that's like the junior classes on at the
Sunday,
beginning of the
I
week. Yeah, we should just bite the bullet and go and do one.
We'll do it.
Yeah, I'll be doing somersaults off the
Figure it
top
out.
rope after week 2.
Doing
Moonsaults as well.
I'll be doing 450 splashes, mate.
Well, Jay, it's good to have you back, Jay. Again, it's good.
Thank you.
Welcome
it's
back.
Good that we're all back together.
Yeah, back in the saddles. And yeah, that's it for me this week. I haven't got anything else I wanted to discuss or add. Is there anything you boys wanted to finish up on before we move on?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
No,
I'm good.
I'm all good. When's the date for the bull riding?
Morad is the 24th of April,
Okay.
which is a week after WrestleMania. Week after we're back from Vegas.
Vegas.
Post WrestleMania
we'll arrange
bull
watching
riding.
it. We'll
So what are you going to do when we're in Vegas, J-Dog? And,
I'll sit at home and watch it, mate.
no, but as in like for this,
I'll do it on my own.
do it on your own. We might have to figure this out.
We'll figure it out.
To be fair,
We'll do some fillers.
we fly on a Tuesday night. Tuesday.
Tuesday, and then we get there still on Tuesday night. Yeah, so
So really, we need to record an episode before we go.
We'll figure it all out.
No, we won't be
figure
able
it
to do
all
that. We'll be better off just doing virtual.
We'll figure it all out. We'll
Dunno,
figure
man.
it all out.
The 1 week I wasn't here, you boys struggled with that big time.
Because you took
Yeah.
the fucking
Don't worry, I'm back.
SD card.
I'm back. All right, boys, it's been a pleasure. It's good to have you all back. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. What's the other one?
Spotify.
Shorts.
Spotify. Yeah, Spotify. Boys, it's been a pleasure. Thank you. See you next week.
Locking off.
Signing
Take
out.
care.
Signing out.